Hello. Welcome to our weekly curriculum and technical support live stream for career choices, mytenyearplan.com, and Get Focused, Stay Focused. My name's Brianne, and I am with the tech support portion, and I have with me Brooke from the curriculum support.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. If you are here, please type your name into the chat, say hi. We'd love to know that you attended. And yes, thank you. If you're watching this on a replay, also let us know you watched it. Interact with us. If you have questions, type them into the chat. We're happy to answer all of that.
It makes my day when I see people pop up and say hi, like after the fact. I love it.
Me too. I know them.
I know. I was like, hey, they watched. So even if you don't watch, pop on and comment and say hi.
Yes, absolutely. 3 reasons to stay until the end today. We need your input on professional development. So we will give you some information on where to give us that input. We're going to talk about how to start the next school year on the right foot for free and how you can do that. We will also be talking about the newest free webinar series that can help you learn to utilize the mytenyearplan.com summary page.
Big things, big things.
So. Yes, all good reasons to stay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the news minute. If you are not signed up for the newsletter, I'm pretty sure everybody who's watched these before can quote this with me. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, please sign up for the newsletter. And this is what it looks like this month. And this is our first reason to stay. So you can check that off of your list. But we really need you to take the opportunity to, and I'm actually going to take this down. We really need you to take the opportunity to go to the newsletter and to go to this section specifically right here and give us your input. So it's 5 questions, really quick, doesn't take a whole lot of time, and it helps us support you better for our professional PD options. So we are looking at expanding and going into other things again now that COVID's kind of calming down a little bit. But we want to know if that's something that people want or not.
Absolutely. We need to know what works for you. Is it going to work for you to do an online training or an in-person training? That way we can plan around that and help support you.
Also, if you don't want to go to the newsletter, you can go into the notes or into the comments and click on this to be able to fill it out. And we have Spencer with us today. Hi, Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
So thank you for joining us. It's always good to have you on because you ask awesome questions. So one of the other things that the newsletter talks about is a former principal from Get Focused, Stay Focused program is going to be presenting at the Principal Institute in Santa Barbara.
And he is great. I've seen him present many times. So yes, Rudy Ramirez is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, this is amazing. If you haven't seen Rudy speak in person, it is 100% worth it just to have that experience, let alone the fact that he ran one of the most successful Get Focused, Stay Focused programs in the country for, 10 years?
I think 9 or 10 years. Yeah, it was quite a while.
I know it was at least 8 years, but I think it was longer than that.
Yeah.
So don't miss out on his fabulous expertise, but also he's just, I don't know how to describe his presenting style, but I just love being in the room when he's presenting.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely great tips on how to make it a whole school initiative also. Every time he talks, I'm just wowed by how he was able to include multiple staff members from the school. So he definitely, something to look forward to. And if you're able to make it to those Santa Barbara Institutes, I would recommend it for sure.
Definitely. And this week, the resource of the week is down here in the links. So if you're looking for it, you're not sure where it is, it's down in the bottom in the links. And this week, it's an article about 3 ways to reduce stress as a teacher. So I don't know about you, but I could definitely use it. So,
I'm
and I'm
sure
not
that the
even a teacher.
stress is ramping up right now for all the teachers, and they just want to be done.
Yeah. So we're not going to spoil it for you. Go take a look, check it out. But that's definitely something that I would recommend looking at.
And we will, as always, put the newsletter link in the comments after the live stream.
Yes. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different again. We're moving away from specific activities and we're going to be talking about how we support you guys at the beginning of the school year. So these just not just at the beginning of the school year. These are available all year round. But it seems like a lot of people are not aware of the fact that we have free professional development that we provide all year round. And by we, I mean the curriculum and the technical support teams.
Correct.
So, we have a 3 webinar series that go all year round, and then we also have a bunch of webinars that we do at the beginning of the year to be able to get you started on the right foot. And we do that at the beginning of the school year and the beginning of the actual year as well. But I'm real sorry. I don't mean to step on your.
Oh, you are just fine. We'll get there.
So, first thing I want to do is walk you through. If you're not familiar with this page, then you really need to talk to Brianne.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
As we said on last week's live stream, if you don't have access to the Teachers Lounge and you know your school has purchased it, and even if you don't know your school has purchased it, if you don't have access to the Teachers Lounge and you think you need access to the Teachers Lounge, please contact me. I can verify whether or not your school has access. I can verify whether or not you have an account that was created. I can set one up for you. Just let me know.
So, if you have access to the Teachers Lounge, comment in the comments below. If thumbs up, yay, whatever. Let us know that you do have access. And if you don't, reach out to us. So, what we're going to be discussing today is under the resource cupboard. And if you go down to this option right here, it says webinars. So, these are a bunch of recorded webinars. We are going to be talking about a lot of them specifically today. We're going to go into detail, but this is where you find all of the recorded webinars. Then if you want to get to our upcoming live webinars page, you click right here. Or you can just go to this page directly at aiworkshops.com. So, the first webinar that we're going to discuss today is our Getting Started webinars.
So we don't currently have any Getting Started webinars planned or on our schedule, but those webinars generally are held at the beginning of the school year and at the beginning of the calendar year. So that way any new teachers coming in, getting ready to teach it in the fall are covered. Anybody who's teaching it in a spring semester is also covered. What we do in that webinar is we go through how to get started on my10yearplan.com. So if you're a new teacher or a school executive over the program, we will show you how to go in, how to add additional teachers, how to create classes, how to upload students, how to view your student lists. We'll go through all of that on the technical support side, and then the curriculum support side goes through where to find all of the things that you need to teach. So pacing guides, lesson plans, all of that kind of stuff. We cover it in about 30 minutes to an hour it usually takes, just kind of depending on if anybody has questions. We're always around to answer questions for that. So we do also record it and it's available afterwards as Brooke oh, I thought you had it up.
Oh, both right now.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, that's not it.
We do discuss the quick start study guide though in that webinar. So getting started with my 10-year plan and the Teacher's Lounge, we do have a recorded webinar. So if you are getting ready to teach a summer course and you haven't taught it before, if you need a refresher, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, we will be scheduling them in the fall, and we do them a couple of times a week at various times. So you can find something that fits into your schedule.
Yep, we try to make it available for everybody.
Yes, I did fail to mention, we also do it on request. So if you cannot make a scheduled webinar and you're like, hey, I really just would like to meet with my team and do a quick getting started, absolutely contact us. We can get it on the schedule. We would be more than happy to help you and your team get started with this.
And did we mention that having us come in to meet with your team specifically is included in the cost of purchase of Career Choices materials?
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. You purchase the curriculum and we are here to support you.
So, the next one we're going to talk about is our tips webinar. So, what this is the curriculum support team puts on webinars almost every Tuesday, the second, third, and fourth Tuesday of the month. And the first Tuesday is our tips, or the third Tuesday is our tips webinars. So we had one last night, and I'm sorry for those of you who missed it because it was fabulous, but thank you for those of you who did come. It was a lot of fun. And so those webinars, to find those, you can find a lot of them in here. So if you look under these webinars and where it says tips right there, you click on that and we have full webinars. They vary anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes, depending on interaction, what's covered. The basic gist is we go through each of the individual activities and we do a overview of the chapter that we're covering that day. We go into a specific activity, what it looks like in the book, what it looks like on my10yearplan.com, and then we go in detail, a lot more than we do in these webinars, on how to find these all of these resources that we have available for you. So on the webinar, we talk about some of them. Or I apologize, on the live stream here, we talk about some of them. But on the webinar, we actually go in depth. Here is exactly where you find this. Here's exactly where you find that. This is how you get to it. Here's ideas from other schools that we've talked to. We do a little bit of that on here too. But this really gets in depth and it allows you to be on with us and ask questions. So that is our tips webinar. So now I'm going to bring Brianne back and she's going to talk to you about one of our other types of webinars, which is on the, I apologize. I'm actually going to cover one other thing. Sorry, I'm not following my plan.
I was just going to jump ahead and let you come back to it.
I thought about it, but yours is the last thing and the last reason we want people to stay. So I'm not going to do it because yours, honestly, I love the tips webinars. They're fabulous. And if you have not watched them, please do. They're loaded with ideas. And the best practice webinars are amazing, which I'm going to talk about right now. But your webinars that are coming up that you're going to talk about are my favorite. So let's talk a little bit about the best practice webinars. So here's where you find the recordings of those. They're in a different location. So if you go to the Teacher's Lounge and you go to the resource cupboard and go to create a medal winning program, that takes you to this page. Down at the bottom of the page, there's best practices that will help ensure a medal winning program. Click on that, it takes you to this page. And it has all of the different webinars that we've done and walks you through each of the things that we look at, each of the areas that we look at for excellence, how we look at that, and some examples of why it's important, and a myriad of different implementation styles, because everyone that I am aware of that uses this curriculum uses it differently.
Absolutely.
So there's key things to be able to do that everyone that we've seen who has a successful program does consistently across the board. And so that's what these are. So if you haven't watched these, I really recommend it, especially if you're thinking about getting a medal. This just kind of gives you exactly what we're looking for.
And the two webinars that you just went over, Brooke, those are both good whether you are a new or an experienced career choices teacher. It's
Absolutely.
applicable to everyone. I'm sure everyone gets burned out with their same old thing and could use some new ideas. So definitely check those out.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's that's one of the things that's so great about this program is there's always more that you can do.
Mhm.
And I'm going to pop Spencer up again because we love Spencer. Thank you so much. It really is. These amount of resources are worth a lot of money.
Yeah. I would say that we have more resources than any one person could ever need, but that also gives us the opportunity to fit into so many different needs. I mean, everybody grades differently, everybody teaches differently. So these are great ways to kind of, yeah, customize it a little bit.
Yeah,
All of our
definitely.
information.
Well, and they help you learn how to prioritize this information. Because it
Absolutely.
can be overwhelming, right?
Yes, yes, it definitely can be.
So it allows you to be able to learn how to use those resources so they're not overwhelming.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
drum roll.
Ha ha ha. So now we are on to the My Tenure Plan summary page webinar. So we currently have one of those scheduled. It's going to be on May 24th at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to be presented by Tanya Eason. We will record it for a replay. So if you're not able to make it, we will have a replay of it. If you're able to make it, please go ahead and register. We would love to have you there. I have seen Tanya present so many times, and she is a very good presenter. She explains things very well. So if you're able to make it, please do. This is part of a series about the My Tenure Plan summary page. So we have a few different webinars about the summary page and how to utilize it. One of the reasons we love the summary page and get so excited about the summary page is that um, it it makes the process so much easier for everybody. If you are doing the modules, it's and the student has a complete summary page, it's going to be so much easier for them next year when they transition to module 1 to go back in and edit things versus going in and having to create things from scratch if they didn't finish it. It's also going to help with your academic coaching. So you can go in and look at everything. The summary page kind of includes, it's not their entire tenure plan because that is several pages long. So this is kind of snapshots of their budgeting, of their plans, of, all of that type of thing. It's in one report. So it's a lot easier to read for a school counselor or somebody who's working with a student. You can pull up that summary page and get quite a bit of information from that. So Tanya will be going over um, different resources regarding the tenure plan summary page, how to use them to get the best data for your school and to get the most out of the course with your students.
Yeah. And this week she's going to be talking, or next week, I apologize. She's going to be talking about how you can ensure that students complete it.
Yes. Yeah. That, we do have quite a bit of material to get through, but it's not impossible to get through it. I think maybe a couple weeks ago in our live stream, Brooke was talking about how um, often she has teachers that aren't able to make it through all of the curriculum. So, yeah, going through that, making sure that the students have a complete summary page basically is the goal of this program. So we would like to help you in succeeding in that. So once again, please register for that webinar if you haven't already. Brooke, can we put a link to the registration in the chat afterwards?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. That will be in. It's actually in the links
Oh yes, it
every
is.
week. Every week. So, because we really want you guys to come.
Yes.
But yeah, TenYear is an amazing presenter as well. She explains these things so simply and clearly, and everything that she says is actionable. If you can't do something with it, she's not going to bother with it.
Right. Right. And she knows my 10-year plan like the back of her hand. So it really is kind of one of her children. So
Literally.
so yeah, you definitely will get a lot of information from her and useful information.
Absolutely. So, Brianne, I think this is an unprecedented moment in
Wow.
our live stream history. We actually have time for Q&A. We're not hitting this point 45 seconds after we were supposed to have ended
I
the live stream.
know. Spencer, do you have any questions? Does anybody have any
So,
questions?
yeah, and again, reminder, you can ask questions always, even if you're watching this after the fact, because you could make our day by commenting on the videos, and then we get all happy and excited, and we
We
can
do
answer your
get very
questions.
happy when we get a notification that someone commented on our videos.
Thank you, Margot.
Gives us good self-esteem for the day.
It does. It does. So I'm going to go ahead and put our contact information on the screen as well. And please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, especially during the summer. If you are doing any planning during the summer, especially if you don't have a team, but even if you do have a team, give us a call, send us an email, we'll set up a Zoom. We want to be able to set you up for success.
Absolutely. Yes. And with that in mind, if you are a new school who is just purchasing the curriculum and you will be teaching it in the fall, please contact us to make sure you have access to the Teachers Lounge and planning resources for your summer. I know you probably don't want to spend your whole summer planning for your school year, but we'll be here all summer. So we're happy to make sure that you are online in the Teachers Lounge, in my 10-year plan, and help you prepare for your school year.
Yep, absolutely. So definitely give us a call, contact us, and we love to help you plan. And I'm actually going to spoil one of the things for one of the ways that the article in the newsletter suggests to reduce stress is to prioritize planning. So not only will you make our day by us being able to talk to you and to be able to help you support your program, but it also has the potential to help you reduce stress for next year. I don't know anybody that doesn't need that.
And you'll bring a smile to Brooke's face because she can help with spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheets. You did that on purpose. Because look, there it is. Yes. So please let me help you with your spreadsheet as you're doing your planning and pacing for next year. It makes me very happy. So I think we're going to have another unprecedented moment. Unless you have anything else to kind of wrap up, I think.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I think this will be the first time we will have gone under 30 minutes for the live stream.
Very nice. Maybe next week we'll talk slower.
Yeah. No, I doubt that. Tanya's been trying to get me to do that for years.
Everybody have a great week. And don't forget to sign up for webinars. Message us if you have any questions, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.